I was born in central Afghanistan in a small village that sometimes my brother and I translate to English called Greenwood. We have all kinds of fruits from apricot to apples to pears to almonds, walnuts. I grew up with a lot of cows and sheep, and my grandfather gave me one of the lambs to take care of it. He had a lot of grandchildren, 165. So his favorite thing to do was like, hey, here's a lamb, you take care of that. My name is Farid Noori and I come from Kabul, Afghanistan. My brothers, the oldest is Hamid, and then Jaweed and Mustafa and Bashir. They're all over the world right now. I haven't seen my brother, who's a year older than me, for 6 years. I don't remember the first time we moved. I was only 2 years old, and that's when the Taliban was moving in first. We went to Pakistan. My family decided to move again to find a better place to live. So we moved to Iran. We didn't stay in Iran because they didn't take us into their schools. So we went back to Afghanistan just to try it out again. We lived there for 4 years. It was not safe again, so we moved back to Pakistan. My father decided to go to Australia because we really struggled to find a peaceful place in the region. We didn't hear from him for 9 months. We didn't know if he made it alive or not. The day that he called when he was out of the refugee camp was one of the best days in my life. I remember watching on CNN when the United States attacked on Afghanistan to remove the country from the Taliban and other terrorist groups, and thinking that finally the country is going to be free, and eventually the Taliban was removed from power and, an Afghan government was set up. And all of this was exciting for us because our religious liberty, our freedom to study, to do anything really was taken away. When my dad finally came to Pakistan to make the move to Afghanistan, my grandfather kept saying, "My only wish at the moment is that I drink water from a spring in Afghanistan. And when I do that, even if I die, I don't care anymore." That fall, we moved to Kabul. It was very exciting. The entire country was bursting with a lot of activity. I started 7th grade in Afghanistan in a public high school before I decided to go to a Turkish school. Yeah, and then I found an opportunity to come to the United States through an exchange program. We landed in DC, and the buildings were huge and the roads were so smooth. I remember being in the car and feeling weird because in Afghanistan the roads have so many potholes. Five Guys. That's the first American food I had. An image that gets played in my head is the five of us, all my siblings, walking into a Five Guys and buying a burger and lots of peanuts and walking out of there. I think there's a general perception that people have about Afghanistan and about the Afghan people, and it's usually about war. And I've always had very hard moments trying to not have a conversation about that. It's been tough to be in a group of people and somebody says, "Hi, I'm from Spain," and the conversation that follows is about the beach, the music. To say that I'm from Afghanistan, either there's a silence, there's no conversation because people don't want to talk about the war. And that's been the focus of my life, to change that image. And if anything, I want the defining image of an Afghan not to be the war. It's a dream for me for people to one day see a different side.